Welcome to Galactic News Center, where we talk anything and everything Star Wars. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about whether or not I believe Kylo Ren will be redeemed to the light side of the Force at some point in this new trilogy. Now, the reviews of Kylo Ren were kind of a mixed bag after seeing Episode 7. A lot of people thought Ren was far too whiny and appeared to be a real poser, just trying way too hard to be like Darth Vader. While I will agree that Kylo Ren is a bit of a poser, he's actually my favorite character in Episode 7. Now, that could be because I've always had a propensity to like the dark side of the Star Wars universe, but I think it's more than that, and here's why. I believe that all the character flaws that people are pointing out are intended to be obvious in Ren's character. I actually believe he's supposed to appear frustrated, like he could snap at any moment. I believe he's trying way too hard to be like Darth Vader. I think all of those things are what makes him a compelling character. Kylo Ren, in a lot of ways, represents a new villain that we really haven't seen in the Star Wars universe. Now, sure, Anakin was conflicted in the prequels, but he was trying to fend off the darkness for a time. With Kylo Ren, we see a character that is actually being called to the light and wants to plunge himself deeper in the darkness. So with Anakin, he was fending off the darkness and seduced by the dark side. With Kylo Ren, he's almost trying to do the opposite and fight off the call to the light. Now, you could say that Darth Vader went through a similar struggle in Return of the Jedi, but we didn't really get to see a lot of the emotional turmoil leading up to Vader's redemption. It kind of just happened in the throne room. Like, one minute he's trying to kill Luke, and then the next minute he's killing the Emperor, fulfilling the prophecy. But with Kylo Ren, we get to see a character get torn apart emotionally. That's something that I think the original, or the prequels, missed out on an opportunity with Anakin Skywalker. I think they could have had a similar character progression, but I think in a lot of ways, the prequels missed with that emotional turmoil that Anakin was going through. Kylo Ren, on the other hand, we can clearly see that on screen. In nearly every scene he's in, there's some sort of emotional turmoil within him. I also love the fact that Kylo Ren was not fully trained. He had a tremendous Force ability, but they were untamed and reckless, and he really can't control his emotions. Also, his fighting style is very coarse and rigid, almost like he's never been shown how to fight properly. He was just hacking away at people. And in the end of Episode 7, we learn that, in fact, that is the case, that Ren is not fully trained, and that Snoke is probably going to finish his training before the next movie. I believe that we will see probably a much more powerful Kylo Ren in Episode 8, one that is relentless with the Force, but also a master with a lightsaber, which is a little bit different than what we saw in Episode 7. As for his redemption, I think he will be redeemed at some point, but I think he'll die in that process. I don't think there will be a happy ever after for Kylo Ren. Much like Darth Vader, I think he dies before he can be fully redeemed and enjoy that redemption. I wouldn't be heartbroken if Kylo Ren was never redeemed and actually died a tragic death, still adhering to evil. And in fact, in a lot of ways, I think it would say a lot about the strength of seduction to the dark side in the Star Wars universe. But the message of Star Wars has always been that those who turn to darkness can be redeemed. So I would not be surprised if he does come back before dying. And I don't think we're going to see that, whether or not he does get redeemed or not. I don't think that will be in Episode 8. Episode 8, in my opinion, is going to be a very dark and sinister movie, very powerful, much like Empire Strikes Back was. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think Kylo Ren will be redeemed, what your expectations of Kylo Ren are moving forward into Episode 8 and 9. Subscribe if you want to see more Star Wars videos, and as always, join me, and together we will rule the galaxy.